Hi everyone. Welcome to the first segment of Ask Betty. This is a segment where I'm going to answer questions from all my friends and family out there, 145 strong, who have questions that they posted on Facebook for me. I didn't realize you guys were crying for help all these years. I'm here to help. All right, so let's just get right to it. First one comes from Susan Greenasky. It says, Betty, I have a friend that has a slight mustache. Should I tell her, or would that be rude? Well, let me tell you, Susan, you got to be very sensitive on this, okay? Women with facial hair are very sensitive people, all right? So here's what I would do. Here's exactly how I would approach it. I would come up to her and say, girl, we got to talk. You look like Tom Selleck, okay? Get rid of the mustache. It's got to go. Get some nair, get something. It's got to go. It looks terrible. It looks ridiculous. All right? Want to go have some lunch? All right? That's what you do. You're welcome. All right? So, I'm going to move on to the next one. Susan, thanks for your question. Next question comes from, here we go. I'd like to ask an important, and it's all in caps important, so you know this is an important question. My husband complains my meatloaf is too dry. Is it okay to add more ketchup, or do you suggest something else? I absolutely suggest something else, okay? You keep the meatloaf, you ditch the husband, okay? You tell him, listen, you know what else is too dry? That doorknob. Don't let it hit you on the way out. I got to go make some meatloaf, all right? Hope that helps you there, Sarah in Sacramento. All right, next question. We're rolling along here. Oh, this is a little bit of a long one. All right, let's see what it says. Dear Betty, my husband's always been something of an oddball and he kids a lot. But a recent question I thought was off the wall turns out to be something he is dead serious about. I need your advice. You got it, girl. Let's see what it says. Cliff, it's in quotes because that's not his real name. Or he spells his name with quotes because he is an oddball. I don't know. Has recently gone to considerable expense to build an area in the corner of our basement. He's almost finished with a little retaining wall, and then it will be ready for us to mud wrestle. That's interesting. He claims it's wonderful exercise, which we both need, and an activity we can do together. It will even help my skin, he says. Well, that is true. It is good for the skin. Mud is good for the skin. I do it every day. Is this kinky? To be honest, Betty, I'd be a little ashamed to tell our family and friends about it. I'd appreciate your advice. JP in New Jersey. Well, JP, in answer to your question, is this kinky? You bet your butt it's kinky, okay? And a hell of a lot of fun doing it, all right? Enjoy yourself. Get some toys or something. If you need a referee, call me. You know what I mean? JP and Cliff. Okay, moving on. We got one more left here. And, okay. This one comes from Brenda. Betty, I have a friend who divorced her husband of 17 years due to his alcoholism. Good for you, girl. Good for you. Through the past 14 years, they remained really good friends. They both had their relationships. She even remarried a short time. Rebound. He's still a practicing alcoholic. But everyone who sees them together knows they belong together. They just don't see it. Is there anything I can do as a friend to help them stop this nonsense and get back together? Well, Brenda, this is a very serious question, okay? And I'll be honest. I had no idea that anyone would really ask me any serious questions on this thing. So, but not to worry. I'm going to pull in Anne. And I asked myself as I was reading this question, what would Anne say? What would Anne do? And let me just tell you something. We're going to add a little bit. Anne would send him on a trip on the Love Boat. Because if you think about it, every single episode of the Love Boat had that storyline. So he'll love it. He's a lush, okay? It'll be just like, the Love Boat. It's a floating bar. They drink everywhere you got, the sailing sign card. Not that I know, but I've been on a few cruises. They get married in Cabo San Lucas. She gets knocked up. They're married. Gonna have a kid. End of story. Well, that does it. I guess I answered everybody's question here today. And if you need some advice, you just reach out and ask Betty. I'll see you next week with more questions and more great advice. Bye.